at the same cost of buying off the rack. And by the way, the net fits too. Gary Michaels Custom Shirts at 56 and Pine Lake Road, Lincoln.
It's 3 games for the price of 2. Don't miss a Western Conference Finals rematch between the Lincoln Stars and the Fargo Force, December 8th through 10th at the Ice Box. You can purchase a December weekend package now to lock in your seats for all 3 games while only paying for the value of 2 of them. Skate on down to the Ice Box or head to purchase your tickets today.
Is your backyard ready for fun with friends and family this fall? GE Landscape Supply has pavers and boulders, which are a great accent for any landscaping project. And you can find them at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere, nearby or far away. Stop by at 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday. Go to gelandscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
Your Christmas list changes a lot as you get older. Dreams of video games, remote control cars, and baseball gloves turn into dreams of shoes. You know, practical things. Brown Shoe Fit is the king of shoes in Lincoln, with brands like Sorel, UGG, Brooks, Hoka, and more to make you fashionable and comfortable. Grab a new Ridge wallet or buy 3, get 1 free on Smart Wool socks for the ultimate stocking stuffer. And don't forget a reliable gift card for that hard-to-buy person in your life. Brown Shoe Fit at 66th and Q in Lincoln.
If your home heating system is making strange noises or just doesn't work like it should, call your friends at Bryant Air Conditioning and Heating. Sign up for Bryant's exclusive ESP service protection plan. You'll get twice annual complete and thorough service on all brands, and you'll never pay overtime charges on evenings, weekends, or holidays. Schedule your heating check today and ask about Bryant's ESP plan to save money. Call 467-1111 or go to BryantLincoln.com. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill. Open for lunch and dinner at 10th and P or at 1501 Center Park Road.
Getting experience to jumpstart a meaningful career can be difficult, and education can cost a fortune. Luckily, AmeriCorps can be the solution. With AmeriCorps, you'll earn a stipend and education award while helping people. Plus, you'll gain professional skills and make connections to help you build your career. If you're ready to start a career you can be proud of, visit serve.nebraska.gov/service to find a program for you. Paid for by Serve Nebraska, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Welcome in to We Talk Facts with 9-year NBA veteran and Nebraska Basketball Hall of Famer Erick Strickland and 2-time Nebraska Football National Champion Clester Johnson. Talking and taking names in sports and day-to-day living. Sit back, relax, and join the show with 9-year NBA vet and Nebraska Basketball Hall of Famer Erick Strickland and 2-time Nebraska Football National Champion Clester Johnson.
Yes.
All right.
Don't think I forgot.
Welcome in, boys. Facts.
Dave,
take it away, Strickland.
Don't. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, audio's great.
Listen, don't think I forgot. You know what today is? Thirsty Thursday. I didn't forget. You may have thought I missed out, Harrison Sebo. If you don't know, now you know it's Thirsty Thursday. Welcome to We Talk Facts WTF right here on 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. It is E. Strick, Clester Johnson, and Harrison Arns on the ones and twos. We're grateful for your participation, for you showing up today to join us If you're not taking a patio pounder, get you one. Come on in, hang out with us right here on We Talk Facts. It's here every Thursday from 6 to 7. We appreciate you for joining in. Got a good topic of discussions today. We're going to talk a little bit about Husker hoops. We're going to talk a little bit about the college football playoffs. Did someone get screwed, literally, in this playoff situation? We're going to talk about that as well. The NBA in-season tournament. What do you know about it? Is it real? Are you interested in it? Do you like it? And we'll talk a little bit more about a few other topics as well. Somebody's in the transfer portal. We may dig into that, kind of hear what the rumor mill is talking about. Clester Johnson, how are you doing today, my friend in Harrison?
You know, I'm a little bit jealous that I didn't partake in this. I'm not partaking in this whole Thirsty Thursday. I may have to, at the break, rethink some things and because I'm in the comfortable confines of Casa de Johnson.
Yeah.
So therefore, I may partake. Now, when I'm in studio, I got to do some driving when I'm done. So therefore, I want to be responsible.
Absolutely.
But, listen, I love those topics we discussed. Prior to coming on air, I think that those are very intriguing. I think there's a lot of people glued to the social media and just media period to see how the outcome of what's going to happen with some of this stuff.
Good. Harrison, you good?
Yeah, speaking on Thirsty Thursday, I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty funny watching Austin back here. He had double Thirsty Thursday with the mill and then Kevin Meyer. He could have used your assistance in this trick.
Yeah, he could have used some help today, but we good to go, man. I'm definitely gonna not leave my partner out. Happy to be down here. Happy birthday. Shout out to Ariana Demi Strickland. That is my baby girl. 16th birthday today. We love you. Uncle Sibo right there as well. Shout out to you, baby girl. Happiest birthday to you. We love you. NU basketball. We're going to be short on this one because it ain't much to talk about. Once again, up 15 at half. Then it turned into a debacle. It looked like Jeff Sims and the crew out there turning the ball over with reckless abandon and taking another L. But here's the intriguing thing I found out about that, right? It was what led to the downfall of everything and how it all started. It started in Minnesota. The Cornhuskers went up into Minnesota and took an L. Football took an L, and then just things felt like on the movie Life. There was a guy on that movie called Can't Get Right. It was a lot of can't get right moments for the Huskers, and now, they have a nice little schedule. This all happened right before, they had a nice little schedule. You started to see Harburg looking real nice. You started to feel kind of good about it. Then all of a sudden, it started to go downhill. But again, it started in Minnesota. Right now, Minnesota took them down. First Big Ten game. What do you see going forward for the Huskers? Bad loss up there in Minneapolis.
Okay, I'm listen, I'm off on this one.
So they took the L in Minnesota, right?
Right.
We thought things could probably get turned around. Right. It's a little bit opposite on that, where we thought things was going in the right direction, and then they find themselves up in Minnesota taking an L in conference play. So for me, where do we go in conference play at this specific point? Because this is their first game in conference play.
I just didn't okay. You're talking Husker basketball.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is the football team took an L in conference play up in Minnesota.
I didn't see the transition. I heard the football, then all of a sudden anyway.
Yeah.
Listen here. Two different. Okay, I see the comparisons. I see where you are. Now, the issue is this to me. They were on NU basketball is on a high. They're on a 7-0, feeling good about themselves. Had some good wins. You and I talked about this, Eric. They had some good wins.
Mm-hmm.
And then they run into an experienced NCAA Elite 8 team. Quite a few players played last year. so they have a lot of experience. The question to me is this: has their confidence been shaken to the point where they go, you know what? We didn't have it together. We were missing a lot of shots. It seemed like they were just a little bit intimidated, and especially in that second half, to the big boy in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even want to pronounce his last name. I mean, it's yeah, that right there. But can they get back on track? Can they get their confidence back and say, you know what? We hit a bump in the road. That's not who we are. We're gonna burn that film. And we're gonna get back to doing what we were doing the first 7 games. They didn't shoot very well. That second half, man, I felt like they were rushing shots. I just felt like their rebounding wasn't very good. They didn't get a lot of second chance opportunities. I didn't even really feel like they were not their defense. Their defense wasn't very strong. So I felt like they let the 3-point shooter. What is his name?
Mitchell.
Not Mitchell. No. For Creighton, I'm on Creighton for a second.
Oh, Baylor Shireman.
They got to do when they go to Minnesota. They have to look at that film and say, you know what? We cannot allow this to happen. Now, when I look at Minnesota, when I looked at their scoring, they only had one guy, as I can recall, in double figures. All the rest of the guys are somewhere between 8 and 4 points. They just can't allow the other guys to get hot. If they could just keep the other guys in the single digits, then you have your one guy doing everything. Typically, it works out for a team like that because I know Nebraska has 3 guys in double figure. As long as they can keep those guys hot and doing what they're supposed to do, they should be fine. But if they just going to allow other guys to get hot, they're going to if they let other guys score who haven't been the scorer, it's going to be a long day.
Yeah, it's just a bad look all the way around for me right now. It's just a total collapse, a total failure, a total fall. You can't go on the road and just lay an egg like that. And it gets back to what Coach Hoiberg had talked about, physicality. They literally just got beat up, bruised, dominated, and didn't have any fight back. It was just like a Creighton. It just looked like they laid down and just gave up the ghost. Right. So it's just one of those things. But we're not going to get too much into it. We're just hoping that they can get it turned around. It doesn't get any easier because they got Michigan State and they got to still deal with Kansas State, although their best player is out. We just still hope them well and hope that they can get it turned around and sit down in the film sessions and hopefully get it right. Harrison, real quick, I'm going to throw this at you and then Clester can get to it as well. The NBA in-season tournament has been going on. There can be a little bit of confusion about it. If you did your research, kind of went on NBA.com and you checked out some things, you might be able to get a little bit better understanding on how this whole thing works. Right now, you have LA and you have
Pacers, Milwaukee.
LA, Pacers, Milwaukee.
And who's the last? We're missing one. I'm blanking on right now.
Oh, shoot. My mind, I just had it. Hold on. I had it up here. Let
me just look it up real quick. I want to say Celtics, but I don't think it's the
Lakers. Yeah, look it up real quick. No, Celtics are out. It's only them, and it's dang. I know Sacramento's out, but they beat Phoenix, and then gosh darn it, who was it? It's not the Mavericks. Get that for me. But here, nonetheless, as I continue. Well, nonetheless, here's the deal. Has it sparked interest? Has it kind of brought a little different taste in your mouth in the earlier part of the season? Or is it just a ploy to kind of generate more views and more clicks to get you a little bit more viewership so that they can negotiate better with TV ratings?
Yeah, and real quick, it is the Pelicans, but I'll say this much with the in-season tournament: I was against it at first, but it's been awesome. The games have had more intensity. Teams like Milwaukee, teams like the Lakers, who You wouldn't be thinking those guys would be going all out considering their purse, just based on sponsorships with those star players probably be bigger. But it's been a lot of fun. You're seeing LeBron. I think he really wants to be the first one ever to have that midseason tournament trophy. And you watch a team like the Pacers, a really young team led by Tyrese Halliburton, and those guys don't make nearly as much money as a lot of the other. That's a young roster, right? So you're seeing those guys to lose their mind on the bench, knowing they got a guaranteed 100K in the bag, potentially to get 500K. It's actually been a lot of fun. You heard Kevin Durant sign off on it. He was against it, said he's a huge fan of it now, and he can't wait to watch the final of it all. But I was wrong. I was full out wrong. I wasn't sure if we'd see an increase in intensity. There's still some rules that need to tweak. I don't like how you need to score, that point differential matters so much. You need to blow teams out on certain points to advance, but there's definitely been more intensity into those games. And I enjoy the product. It's been a lot more fun to watch than I expected it to be.
Class.
Yes. Now that I can, catch up on sports now, here we are. So I'm gonna say this. I like Adam Silver and what they've come up with in sparking a little bit more interest with the NBA. You have to do some stuff like when you start to see your ratings start to sag a little bit, you got to come up with some creative ideas to get fans really interested in tuning in to see what's this all about. And I can tell they're kind of coloring the courts, like the court even looks different. I don't know if I like that deal.
Yeah, I'm not with the court. I don't like the court design.
I'm not sure I'm a fan of the coloring of the courts, but having this in-season deal, it almost like this here. Will the team who wins this end up being an NBA Finals team? It's like, who's hot early and who's going to get hot later. That's kind of what I want to see with this whole deal. But I like it. I like the idea. And one of the things we talked about, Strick, is I wish that the WNBA could come up with something that can generate a little more interest like the NBA does.
Well, there it is. I mean, we just wanted to kind of touch on it a little bit. I don't know how I feel about it, but I can understand where they're trying to go and what they're trying to generate and what they're trying to spark out of it. I just don't know for sure if I'm totally bought in yet, but we'll see. I think it's pretty cool that they're going to send the guys up to Vegas to do the finals and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Vegas seems to be a hot spot right now where a lot of the energy of sports is going to. Isn't the Super Bowl there as well this year? Don't they got the Super Bowl this year too? Vegas?
I'm not sure.
I think they might. I think they might. I think they might have snagged the Super Bowl. Sutter Heyman text line 402-464-5685. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. There's something in my spirit that just says I think it's going to be up there. I could be wrong. But here's the one last thing, and then we'll get to a break. Just a hodgepodge of topics right now. So here's what we have with the WNBA. Is anybody really interested in the WNBA? I think there was a lot of peak interest with Caitlin Clark and what's my girl's name? Angel Reese down at LSU. There was a lot of hype with that. It went really well for them. Did the WNBA get any carryover? I don't know, but they're asking for a boatload and an increase in all around the board. But the numbers just doesn't present itself. I think even over the last 5 years, they've lost the WNBA has lost $10 million per year. So they've been subsidized by the ones that sometimes they get mad about being a former fraternal member of the NBA and still a member by way of retirement. That some of the guys really was trying to support them. Some of their biggest supporters are NBA guys, and yet and still. They shun that type of support, even though they're being supplemented by the NBA. So, what's your thoughts? How do you guys feel about the WNBA? Did you watch it? Have you ever been to a game? What's your thoughts?
The problem with the WNBA is the demographic of people who actually watch the game is older men, like 40 and older is who support it. The ultimate problem is women don't watch the WNBA. women are failing the WNBA. So when you look at the programs that women from age 15 to about 24, what they're watching, it's like the Kardashians, right? They watch those shows. They watch
Real Housewives.
Real Housewives. Like, women are just not interested in the WNBA.
Mm-hmm.
And that's ultimately the problem. Men are supporting the WNBA. So, when I look at the college game compared to the WNBA, like, college to me is more about school pride. And a lot of those players, a lot of the people who support college teams probably went to that college, right? Or you got a state that can get behind that college. There's people who just support their local colleges that live in their states. And then you add a great player to that team, like a Caitlin Clark, people are going to come out and watch. Because first of all, they're already Iowa fans. Then you put a person like her on the team. I mean, who comes to that team? I mean, it just generates a huge buzz. So it's a false sense. It's a false sense of what's going on. Like, I just don't think you can still generate that kind of buzz. Now, Shaquille O'Neal had a very interesting take on how we could get the WNBA interesting. That's lower the rim to 9 feet, right?
Mm-hmm.
We can lower the
right.
rim. Wouldn't it be cool to see a girl drop in a lane and dunk on another girl? Boom! Like,
I'd love to see it.
Throwing alley-oops. Like, that's what people love to watch when they watch the NBA. It's just a high-pace, physical game.
Yeah, I don't know. The only problem with lowering it to 9 foot is, like, I wonder how bad the shooting numbers get. Because everyone underneath, you'd have to hope all the high school girls are playing with a 9-foot hoop. College 9-foot hoop. You don't think that's going to throw them off on their 3-point shots, lowering that rim by another foot?
I mean, who cares? Like, I'm tuning in just to see what happens.
I wonder, do you think there's an exhibition game out there the WNBA could try to do? Maybe it's like they play. This is going to sound, mean, but I think you could find a way to drop sports if you put a WNBA team versus one of the best high school boys basketball teams out there in the country, because if you're being real, looking at a lot of those high school guys, if the game's close, even if they don't win, I don't think that's a knock against the WNBA. Some of those high school players, I mean, you got to think Kobe, LeBron, like all those guys, when they could, they'd go to NBA early. So you kind of get those same real NBA talent. They could be playing, but it'd get a lot of eyes on TV. And then there's a chance, you could get some supporters. Like, you think way back in time, there's that famous tennis match where the guy's talking all sorts of crazy to the woman, how woman can't play
Billie Jean King. Yep.
And sure enough, she wins. And it's one of the biggest viewing events of all time. There's a chance you could try to lay something out like that. And then you have Caitlin Clark, you have Angel Reese. Don't mess that up. Market them to death, because that's the problem. You got to.
I got a question for both of y'all. I got a question. And then I'll turn it over to you. If there was an announcement on SportsCenter that they're a WNBA game, they're going to lower the rims to 9, and you're going to listen. Do you know how much the rating would go up just to watch that game? Because I want to listen. If they promote that on ESPN, we're dropping the rims to 9 for the WNBA. Listen, I am tuning in because I want to see what's going to happen. They would instantly raise ratings.
Yeah, I think so. I think that should be something. I think you should do something. You've got to figure out something, because one of the things that I've learned in Clest, we've been in business together, and we've done business together, and we've been around business. And one of the things I've learned is if a model doesn't work and you continue to do it, your business is going to fail. Like, if you're doing a model and that model is consistently not producing or changing the dynamics of whatever your product is, it's going to fail. So you have to do something. They're going to have to do something to generate a different type of buzz around it. Even similar to what the NBA is doing. The NBA was starting to falter and fail, but we can't stay too long. Did you have something real quick before we go to break, Harrison?
Yeah, no, I think I'm with you guys. Like the rim idea works. Just the sustainability. I think Clester hit the nail with the hammer there. You got to figure out that demographic because just knowing my girlfriend, she loves basketball. It's her favorite sport to watch. She likes NBA more than watching WNBA. She'll catch all the volleyball games, but she won't watch WNBA. And you would think that's right in her demographic. So that's a huge problem they got to figure out.
There it is. We'll be right back. We have a quick break that we're going to have to get off to. We're going to come back and talk college football playoff. And did somebody get shafted in the process of that? We'll come back and talk about that on WTF right here on 93.7 The Ticket.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric brings exciting career opportunities for you or someone you know. They are now hiring plumbers, electricians, and HVAC techs and installers to continually build their professional team. They offer competitive pay and full benefits packages that include health, dental, vision, PTO, and 401k options. Action has created a positive team environment for over 50 years. Apply online at actionlincoln.com.
Tailored Lights is your go-to local manufacturer and installer of the best landscape lighting. Tailored Lights is excited to highlight the architecture of your home or business and provide a warm environment that feels safe. And for those outside the Lincoln area, they do ship across the country and are happy to work with anyone near or far with lights anywhere from 18 inches to 110 inches. Enhance your curb appeal with an exquisite tailored light today. Call 402-432-2572 or go to tailoredlights.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC. We'd like to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And to show our appreciation, Koppel is offering some huge holiday discounts from now until January 2nd. On select new Chevrolet vehicles, we are offering $8,000 off MSRP or 1.9% financing. Yes, you heard right. That's $8,000 off or 1.9% financing on select new Chevrolets. We also have some huge discounts on our new GMC inventory, so stop on in or check us out online at koppelcars.com. Includes finance, trade, and Costco bonus with roof credit. Stock number C299464.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 10th and P or at 1501 Center Park Road. Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
The Mill Coffee and Tea, formerly with 4 Lincoln locations, but now 5 Lincoln locations. That's 25% more locations than there used to be. Can you even imagine a world where there's only 4 Lincoln Mill locations? Feels like ages ago. We were all so young then. The Mill on 11, located right alongside the 93.7 The Ticket studios at 1040 O Street.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, expecting lots of sunshine. It'll be a warm day as well. We'll see a high of around 63. Tonight, increasing cloud cover taking place with a low near 38. And tomorrow, partly sunny skies becoming mainly cloudy skies in the afternoon. We'll see a high of around 55. I'm meteorologist Kyle Tucker from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Belmont Chiropractic and Novotny Nutrition and Wellness specialize in getting rid of people's pain quickly and permanently. For 31 years, they've been extremely successful with advanced techniques in pain relief using spinal adjustments and decompression, detoxification, diet and lifestyle modification, and more. They are fully equipped to handle the most seasonal athlete, weekend warrior, car accidents, strains, sprains, and more. Is there anywhere you're experiencing pain on your body, or are you fighting decreased energy and depression? Consult Belmont Chiropractic and Novotny Nutrition and Wellness first at 402-476-8619. Constructors Inc., a Nebco company, is now hiring heavy equipment mechanics to maintain fleet equipment and vehicle operations. Constructors offers mechanics a competitive salary, 4-day work weeks with overtime options, a $5,000 hiring bonus, a tool allowance, and great benefits. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. Apply today for their mechanic positions. Visit constructorslincoln.com.
It's the holiday season. Time for work parties, friend get-togethers, family gatherings, which means lots of eating. Maybe you think you've perfected your holiday meals, and maybe you have no idea where to even start. Let's fix that right now. No holiday party is complete without Führer's cheese spread. It goes well with any type of cracker, pretzels, apple, chili, vegetables, chips, and of course, it's perfect to pair with wine or beer. Holiday meals aren't complete until Führer's cheese spread is on the table. Find your own container at your nearest local grocery store today.
Okay, it's time to sell the house. How do we even begin to choose from the hundreds of realtors in town?
Easy. We make a pros list.
You mean a pros and cons list?
No, just a pros list. We need someone with pro photography to showcase the house in the best possible way, pro marketing to make sure we get maximum exposure, pro negotiations so we know we get the best price.
This is one of those times where you already know the right answer, isn't it?
You know it is. Ben Blecker and Professional Realty Group.
Contact Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Services Ambassador online at prg-ne.com.
The captain, Vershawn Jackson.
What if that happened to Nebraska? What do you think would be going on right now? If somehow, some way, miraculously, Matt Rule and company went undefeated, and because we lost our starting quarterback, you forgot about the entire 100 and how many ever guys, as if it only took the quarterback to get Florida State undefeated. NCAA, make it make sense. Committee, make it make sense. There's no rhyme or reason to your selection.
Back to We Talk Facts on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here are your hosts, Strick and Clester.
Welcome back to WTF. We Talk Facts. E. Strick here, Clester Johnson, as well as Harrison Arns here every Thursday. But before we jump into this next topic, we're going to talk about the college football playoffs. And did someone get left out and peeking in the door, deserving to be there, but got shafted in the process of it all? We're going to talk about that real quick. But let's just touch on this one real quick, because I really want your thoughts on this. Transfer portal is hot. It is blazing. It is already seething. It's like a grill that's been ready to cook some great Omaha steaks or something, right? But at the end of the day, there's a guy that's in the transfer portal out of Ohio State by the name of Kyle McCord. Rumor mill is buzzing. A lot of noise is out there in the air. Some think he may end up in Miami. There's a lot of talk about where he possibly may end up. But word on the street, 11th and 0, right down, if you walk by, you'll see people sitting in there having some good conversations. But the word and the buzz around that street is somebody did a flight tracker. They had a flight tracker, and the flight tracker said there was a Columbus landing. And next thing you know, there's talks about Kyle McCord potentially coming to Lincoln to become a Husker. How do you feel about that, Kyle McCord? Listen, let's just be honest. He had a pretty solid season. He had some great talent behind him, 3,170 yards, 27 touchdowns, only 6 picks. But I think there's a lot of competition that was coming back that Kyle McCord was going to have to deal with. He had a rising sophomore in Lincoln, Kineholtz, and an incoming freshman, Air Noland. There's going to be a lot of competition there for that spot. He already kind of started the season as a dual option. There was 2 quarterbacks fighting and basically were going at that position. But now, what do you think about Kyle McCord potentially coming to Lincoln?
Should I go first, Harris?
Yeah, I'll let you take a stab at it.
I think, first of all, I'm going to say this. I didn't think that the portal would get to the point where you can have a sensational season where you are and you're still going into the portal. I thought it would be more for guys who wanted to get a fresh start because things maybe not going to plan where you are, and they just need. So now they see a path to greatness somewhere else. But no, that's not what's happening now. What's happening now is you can have a 4,000-yard season where you are going to the portal, get a meal ticket. So I mean, I understand why some of these players are saying, you know what, I'm going to capitalize on my skills, and teams are paying the money now. I think that's the missing piece at Nebraska. If they had a Kyle McCord type quarterback, someone who's accurate, who can stand in the pocket and deliver the ball to the receivers, I think he would be good for another 2 or 3 wins. I really feel like that's the type of quarterback that's good for another 2 or 3 wins. So if they can get a proven winner, I think you will see, because unfortunately, when we look at Jeff Sims and his history, he wasn't a proven winner.
Mm-hmm.
We need somebody like, can you read those stats again, Eric? Could you read those stats again?
Yeah, 3,070 yards and 27 TDs with only 6 picks.
What do you have rushing? Do you got those real quick?
Who's that?
His rushing yards. For his rushing yards, McCord?
Oh, I didn't have his rushing yards, but I can look them up real quick.
But that's the key.
As you're discussing it, I'll look it up.
But I'm saying that's the key. That ratio, 27-6. You have, I think they had 11-1. I mean that's the kind of quarterback you need. Now, obviously, the parts around him, I'm sure, play a part in that. Good, probably very good line. To be 11-1, you have to have a good line, and they had a really good running back. But I don't think running back is an issue at Nebraska, and I really don't see Nebraska's line as bad as, say, Colorado's line. What they were really lacking was just an accurate pocket passer.
Yeah.
And, I think when we looked at a lot of the games, the quarterbacks were just off here, off a little bit here, off a little bit there. The game it's a game of inches. We all know that it's a game of inches, and then turnovers at just unopportune times. There are just times where we don't need a turnover right at this moment, and it happens. So with a guy like that who probably has high expectations of himself, I'd like to. It would be it's going to get very interesting if he comes to Nebraska.
His numbers in the running game is not very good. He is a traditional pocket passer, 44 attempts total, but 32 last year, negative 65 yards. So that average was negative 2 yards. So it's not bad. I mean, he's not. He's taken some sacks, but he's also been able to probably get some positive yards. But he's just not a burner. He's not like a Jaden Daniels.
They didn't depend.
That's not what they need him for.
On him.
Yeah,
they didn't depend on him for running the ball. They had outstanding running backs.
Running backs, yeah.
Yes, they had outstanding running backs. So
that's kind of why. That's why I want to know the rushing yards, because again, he is a pocket passer, right? And that's what you're going to be signing up for. If you're Nebraska. If your offense is going to be based around pocket passing, you better hope you need the wide receivers to be able to do that. So that's my thing. Like, if you think you can get a pocket passer and Colin McCord and you can find enough pieces around him to get, wide receivers, obviously, it's hopefully see what, our tight ends can do. But you better have some weapons. Otherwise, I don't know if it is an upgrade. If we got a pocket passer and he doesn't have any real weapons to throw out there consistently, that might be a nightmare. Then we might be going to QB2 faster than we think, just because we don't have guys that can get open, unless our run game can really take off for us, which I think you're right. Donovan Raiola on that line, second year, I thought it was an improvement. But I'll say they have to figure out the identity. Like, if you want Kyle McCord, you understand he's a pocket passer, you better make sure you have the pieces around him for it to work, because you see that happen a lot in the transfer portal. A guy gets moved, the coach and the players aren't on the same wavelength, and you got a disaster, maybe 4 or 5 weeks into the season, you're already looking at the bench for your next QB. So I think Colin McCord, it would be an upgrade, obviously, just in the passing game. There's plenty of passes this year where even if they were on target, they're going high. Guys got to go extend, elongate themselves, get destroyed, getting hit in the middle after trying to jump for a ball. but I think it would be an upgrade, but you got to bring some wide receivers with him as well. There's a few other guys I'd probably take over Kyle McCord just because I don't know if a pocket passer is what Nebraska's going to be leaning into here, but it could be interesting. It's a good start. If you can get some of his wide receivers that also hit the portal, now we're talking. I like that a lot more.
Yeah. Go ahead, Clester.
Just some information that I'm hearing also is the possibility of the Michigan State quarterback. I want to say his last name was Levitt.
Yep.
I heard that he may be a target also. But ultimately, I'm telling you, I'm okay with a pocket passer if I like my man Scott. Scott keeps chiming in here tonight. I don't know if y'all see his comments keep popping up, but somebody who can, I really like what he just said recently, somebody who can read defenses and process it and get the ball out, within a matter of 2 to 3 seconds. Go to your first read, see, let it go if it's there, go to your second read. Somebody who can at least read 1, 2, 3 real fast if they have to. But if the one is going to be open, let it go, anticipate, let it go. And, put it out.
And Cless, that depends on, so in essence, what he's saying is that depends on reading the coverage. Based on the coverage, based on the route, you check, is there space on that one? No. Then you're to the second one or the third one quickly.
Correct.
That's knowing where routes are going to come open. Okay, this 12-yard, 15-yard dig in a cover 3 is going to open up behind the linebackers. If this first read isn't there, I'm here. If he's not there, then you know what I'm saying? So it's like
I'm gonna check down
where to right.
Whatever.
Right. And so it's depending, and that's what you need, and that's what absolutely I agree with you, and that's what we need.
I think that's what you would get out of a Kyle McCord. You would get that kind of a quarterback. So I'm totally okay with that kind of guy.
You definitely cut down on turnovers if you had McCord back there. That I'd be pretty confident in. He's not, if the wide receiver's not open, he's not going to throw it into harm's way.
Yeah, and he knows how to throw it away, and he knows how to get it down. So that's all positive. We're going to move on to a topic. We're going to start the topic, but then we'll finish it off when we come back after break. But did somebody get shafted? Your initial thoughts and takes. Don't go into depth. We're going to go into depth afterwards. But what's your initial thoughts and take? Do you feel Georgia got shafted? Do you feel Florida State got shafted? Because a lot of people are hammering in saying that their situation with a third string quarterback is okay. I feel that they were the most deserving team to stay and remain, but that's not my thoughts. That's committees.
Nobody got shafted, and I'll tell you why when we come back.
I think FSU got shafted, but the 4 best teams are in.
There it is. We'll come back and we'll lay our takes when we come back. 93.7 The Ticket. WTF, We Talk Facts. We'll be right back after this.
Concrete Industries, a Nebco company, has immediate job openings for precast production laborers. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $20 per hour and a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer. Visit concreteindustries.com.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Gary with Gary Michaels Clothiers Lincoln. I'm here to tell you about our custom shirt program. When you come into the store, we measure your chest, mid-waist, and sleeve length. Enter the measurements in an app, and we create your data fit size. You then try on one of our 99 data fit shirts for the proper fit. After that, pick out the fabric, collar, cuff, placket, and in roughly 2 weeks, your shirts are delivered at the same cost of buying off the rack. And by the way, the neck fits too. Gary and Michael's Custom Shirts at 56th and Pine Lake Road, Lincoln.
It's the holiday season. Time for work parties, friend get-togethers, family gatherings, which means lots of eating. Maybe you think you've perfected your holiday meals, and maybe you have no idea where to even start. Let's fix that right now. No holiday party is complete without Führer's cheese spread. It goes well with any type of cracker, pretzels, apple, chili, vegetables, chips, and of course, it's perfect to pair with wine or beer. Holiday meals aren't complete until Führer's cheese spread is on the table. Find your own container at your nearest local grocery store today.
Experience flexibility like never before with Ace Rent-to-Own. Whether you're decorating a new home or upgrading your electronics, they provide easy payment plan options that suit your budget. No credit checks, no hefty interest rates, just straightforward renting solutions designed with you in mind. Find great options to make a beautifully furnished space or surround yourself with the latest gadgets. With Ace Rent-to-Own, it's all within your grasp. Visit acerentoown.com and bring home more than just a product. Bring home a lifestyle.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs. Tailored Lights is your go-to local manufacturer and installer of the best landscape lighting. Tailored Lights is excited to highlight the architecture of your home or business and provide a warm environment that feels safe. And for those outside the Lincoln area, they do ship across the country and are happy to work with anyone near or far with lights anywhere from 18 inches to 110 inches. Enhance your curb appeal with an exquisite tailored light today. Call 402-432-2572 or go to tailoredlights.com.
Attention all Wings fans! 89-cent wings are back on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy the best wings in town for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy $1.50 tall boys in Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and all day on Sundays. Get to Wings and Rings today and make sure to stop by on Tuesdays for 89-cent wings.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Join Planet Fitness now and get the PF Black Card for only $24.99 a month. You'll enjoy an upgraded experience with tons of perks.
Like access to more than 2,000 locations worldwide?
Yep.
And massage chairs?
Yes.
Can I bring a friend every time?
Sure.
Can my friend be a horse?
Nay. Sorry. Get the PF Black Card and feel fit-tacular. Only $24.99 a month. Our most popular membership, the PF Black Card, is your ticket to getting all the perks. Join today. See Club for details.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, expecting lots of sunshine. It'll be a warm day as well. We'll see a high of around 63. Tonight, increasing cloud cover taking place with a low near 38. And tomorrow, partly sunny skies becoming mainly cloudy skies in the afternoon. We'll see a high of around 55. The meteorologist Kyle Clester for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Back to We Talk Facts on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here are your hosts, Strick and Clester.
Yes, yes. Welcome back to WTF We Talk Facts. And this will be our final segment. We're going to get real quickly into it, the college football playoffs. And here's the thing about it, just a little bit of details about this situation and what's going on. Some people believe that this is failed college football. I always said anytime there's a transition from one system to another, there's nothing greater than controversy to usher that segment into and have people more geared up, fired up about the changes that are being made. Some feel that Florida State was deserving or the most deserving, or is it about who's best in this four-team tournament layout? You guys break it down. What's your thoughts? I think I want to hear Harrison first because Clester seems to have a controversial take to it or a breakdown that I definitely want to hear a little bit more about. Harrison, you said they're deserving, but you feel that they got shafted, but you feel that the four best teams are in the playoff.
Yep, pretty much. And I'm going to use unknown texture here because it's honestly perfectly my thoughts into it. 2-3-1-2. If the college football championship is about integrity of the regular season in college football, Florida State should have been in. If college football championship is about entertainment, Florida should be out. And it seems like it's about entertainment, right? Because if you look at Florida State, it's purely because their quarterback got hurt. You can't tell me there's any other reason. If Travis is still playing, Florida State is in. He got hurt. They lose their second stringer to a concussion who would have been back by the college football playoffs. They go beat Louisville in the ACC championship. Their defense does everything they need to. They step up. They only allow 6 points. Special teams have been solid for them all year. But you basically said there's no way in hell that team can win in any other different way without Jordan Travis. And it just, you think back to when Ohio State, they lost their quarterback. What'd they do with Ezekiel Elliott? They got into the run game and they played better defense. They found a way to get around having their QB hurt. And they just didn't give Florida State that chance at all. So to me, yeah, it's more likely that Florida State is going to be the most likely to get blown out if they do get in. But if it is about integrity, like the unknown texter said, they did everything they possibly needed to. The only mistake was they're in the ACC, so they're out. That's my thoughts on it. I do think that is probably going to be your closer games, what they have now. But if the game's about integrity, Florida State, in my opinion, should 100% been in. Shaking his head over there.
Okay.
Listen,
Plus,
I've heard great arguments on both sides. I've heard compelling arguments on both sides. Integrity in college football? Come on. Come on. Are we serious? I mean, we just now starting to pay players for their name, image, and likeness. So integrity, I mean, players have been used for a long time, so there ain't been no integrity. And just recently, as I can remember, Scott Frost's team, UCF, was undefeated, and they got left out of the playoffs. And they ended up beating Auburn in the bowl game, which solidified the fact that they were a pretty good team. So this ain't the first time this has happened. We're leaving out a team that's undefeated in the playoffs. But ultimately, part of the criteria is if there's a coach or there's a player that that got hurt or going to miss a significant amount of time, that they can use that as part of the criteria to hold the team out. And I really feel like, I heard this comment come up, I really feel like what happened with TCU last year in the championship game against Georgia, I don't think they want to see that again.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing worse than putting in a Florida State team who struggled in the ACC championship against Louisville, also struggled against Florida, who's kind of an average team. Florida State, they struggled against them. I mean, I don't think a lot of people really want to see Florida State going and just get shellacked because they ain't got no offense against all these teams that are in the playoffs, with the exception of Washington. They have pretty good defenses. So, and they're going to be playing Michigan. And Michigan, I'm telling you, I think Michigan would shut them down. And I think it would be very similar to what we saw in the Big Ten championship game. I can see Michigan beating Florida State probably 24, 28, nothing, because they just didn't have much of an offense. And who wants to see that? Now, Michigan, Alabama, not even Michigan wanted to play Alabama. So, and plus those are major blue blood teams.
Yeah.
Believe me, we tuning in to watch that. And then Washington and Texas, two deserving teams. You have Michael Penix Jr., who is just lit up college football this year, has the most passing yards. And Texas, they've had a wonderful year. They beat Alabama. So, like I said, I didn't want to see Florida State with a third string or even a second string quarterback. I just think it would have been a bad look. Now, you could say, well, they went 13-0. They deserved it. Yeah, Smurvin, deserving. I don't care. We got the best 4 teams in the playoffs. And next year, hey, do it again, baby, because they're going to put in, 12 or 13. So
yeah, we can argue about 13 and 14 teams who got left out then.
Yeah, exactly.
My final thought is this, and then we're going to get up out of here for another segment of WTF We Talk Facts. My thing is this. I think the best teams are there right now. It's unfortunate that it came down the way it is. I always felt that controversy sets the tone for the next step. But lastly, this is karma. Florida State snuck in over a 12-0 West Virginia team back in the day, and they was cool with it.
How soon they forget.
How soon you forget. That's all I can say about it. You skipped over the 12-0 team and got your opportunity.
They should have been playing Nebraska in the championship versus Florida State. You are very correct there, Strick.
There it is.
I like that, Strick. I'm happy you brought that up because we were supposed to play West Virginia. But Florida State lobbied like, well, we're the best team after they just lost to Notre Dame and put them in the championship.
That's how I feel about it. But again, it only happens right here. WTF, We Talk Facts. We'll see y'all next week. We out of here. Peace.
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 Peace.